Welcome to a nice late September morning in the hills behind Virginia City. We're on the last day of a cold front that came in late last week. It's now Monday, so I'm at one of my favorite trails here. I've stayed away from it for the last few months just because it's been so hot and smoke's been so bad. The trail is mostly just rocks in dry creek bed. It starts out pretty easy, and then it gradually gets more difficult as I go along. In the summer, because there's no real breaks or areas where you can get going quickly to get some airflow over you, it's really tough. But the high of today is about 75, so it should be a good day to ride this one. The ride over here is about 40 minutes, so nicely warmed up. I did feel a little bit tentative, not really sure why. It's not like I was making any mistakes, but see how this goes. Lost their underwear of all things, looks like. I have not seen this in months, so I really don't know if there's anything in my way or stuff got knocked out of place. Last time I was here, was looking for a new way through the latter part of this section, so hopefully I don't get lost. That tree blocks the main part of the trail. I think I dropped down here. I think. Yeah, that works. And the goal is to aim for the rocks here and stay off the dirt. At least where you're not going to get whacked in the head by a bunch of tree branches. I'm going to take a quick walk over and check out this obstacle, because, damn it, oh, that's why, on a rock. Come on. There. It's a tricky approach because of this shit through here. Knock you offline. Just want to make sure there's nothing weird. Come up this way, turn to the right. I think my success rate on this thing, probably 50%. Come on. Damn it. So, Fingers crossed today. Made it. Wasn't pretty. Bashed the foot peg, but it's usually what happens. Almost lost the trail. Really glad I'm not doing this in the summer. Take a breath and some water here. The other part about this trail is picking and choosing where you stop to take a drink so that it doesn't make it too difficult to get going again. And I know the GoPro makes these rocks look a lot smaller than they are, but it's interesting. The sort of medium, I'd say cantaloupe to watermelon sized ones, if they're loose, are the trickiest. Once they get bigger than that, they tend to stay in place and not do anything surprising. Didn't want to drop my front end down into that dip because it was bigger than the 21-inch wheel, so I sort of wheelied off the side. Damn trees. I think I go to this side of the rock. Oh, yeah, good place to stop. This is where it starts getting more difficult and really hard to maintain momentum. And there's something missing. My remote. Fuck. I'm putting this in my backpack and hopefully don't get like pressure on the button from something and it stops recording, because I would be pretty pissed if I did. Okay, let's make sure. Be pretty pissed if I kept riding. I thought I had some good video, find out the camera wasn't on. This actually looks like a shitty place to restart at, but what can you do? Remember this being tricky. Don't remember how I got through it the last time. Front wheel over that. There we go. Should be good. Ow. Caught that rock pretty good. On this one. Line I'm supposed to take. So, I guess the easy answer would be the hard one, but now, what I did here was slide down on that rock with the rear tire, and now I can't get any weight over the rear because I'm wedged against that log. So, get over it. Actually, need to do that. And then let's get the front tire better position. Some weight on the foot peg and retry it. If I wouldn't have killed it the first time going over, probably would have been fine. Got stuck in this hole the last time I tried it. It's just the right distance apart to be problematic. As much as I'd like to continue without going around, definitely not getting over that. down in the hole. Let's get over this. Main limiting factor right now is totally my ability to work the clutch. So much arm pump. Because I don't know if you guys can hear it or tell, but through these areas, there's no point in time where I'm not on the clutch. Forced to the side because of that thing. For any place I can regain my momentum. Maybe right here. Damn it. Fuck. It's just a result of being tired. Really, no other reason for it. Apparently, I have to go up this way. Not gonna lie, at this point, that's a bit of a relief. I don't know if I can get around that log. I guess I could have. Trail's letting up a bit. That's nice of it. For a moment. Oops. Easier said than done. Osprey out there. No fucking traction. There we go. Good. Can't go through there. Boiling over. Apparently we're not done with them. Probably went the wrong way around that rock.
By this point in the ride, I mean, my technique pretty much going out the window, just revving the bike and trying to force it over the obstacles, which is counterproductive because you're spinning the rear tire, and this sandy soil, you just end up digging yourself down. But I'm really struggling to work the clutch in any kind of consistent manner. Like, once I get it pulled in, I have a hard time letting it back out. And then once I've let it out, when I start to pull it in, I end up just pulling it straight past the friction zone. So it's given me a lot of problems, and it's making this last part here, which in a way is more tricky than it appears, because you have this loose sand, and then every time you see me approach these rocks, it's abruptly going up at that point, and getting traction on my blown out rear tire is really difficult, and the over revving of the bike and spinning the wheel is not helping one bit. And I'm just thinking to myself, the hell with it at this point. I can see that I'm virtually to the end of the trail. Effectively, it's done right here. Because the ravine, basically, at least the rideable portion of it, just comes to an end at True Track. That's a little bit further up along, and my frustration and desire just to get to the end of the trail was not doing myself any favors. But I did make it up the trail, so I got that going. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. The bike, miraculously, despite all of the times that I boiled the coolant, did not seize up or anything. I really need to, after the rebuild, switch over to the Evans waterless coolant for this guy, and maybe break down and finally install a radiator fan, which is something I've thought about a lot, but really haven't wanted to add the weight. It's one path that you can sort of find yourself going down on these enduro bikes is you want every little knick-knack possible, and all of a sudden your bike weighs like 25 pounds more than it's supposed to, and that's just gonna tire you out a lot quicker than if you weren't carrying that extra weight. So, well, thank you for watching. If you got all the way through to the end of this, I'm gonna cut off the video here. I mean, it keeps going, mostly because in these areas I can get going a little bit, which means that I have, in addition to the wind, since I'm out of the bottom of the ravine, I have just air moving over me because I'm not at a crawl over, a bunch of large rocks. So I wasn't about to stop and shut off the camera.